Hey guys, it's James again. In this video, we're going to look at the Hide Elements popover within the General Settings tab. Alright, so looking at the Hide Web Elements feature, we can come in and you'll see here you've got a few selectors. On my screen it might be a little bit different to yours in that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different inputs here. So different elements that I've chosen to hide in my app. However, when this first loads for you, you're only going to see, I think, 3 inputs, so header, footer, and this first, is there anything else you want to hide? So this is there anything else you want to hide? You're able to add more of these as you wish. Concept being that if there's anything that you might need to hide on your website, you're able to add in that element here, as many as you need. But let's look at the header selector. So the header of your website, and we'll use the WPNativeApps website as an example, is this part here. So the navigation typically is in your header. And not to kind of get too deep into the details, but if we have a look into the source code of your header, you'll see it's actually in what's called a header tag. If you can see that, it might be a little bit small, so I'll just zoom in. This tag here, a header tag. So you can see as I hover over that, it highlights in the window in that blue bar at the top navigation, or the header of the page. The reason we want to hide the header of the page is because that's a traditional web element, the header and the footer specifically. Whereas in the application, we're going to have custom navigation, a top navigation, a bottom navigation. Have a look at all of your favorite applications, and you'll see that the navigation is really different between their website and their app. And so that's why we kind of suggest that you hide your header and footer and anything else that you might need to hide. So let's jump into it. So when you click on this button, choose your header, it'll open a little popover window with your website in a mobile device. So imagine this as your future app. And for this first input, we need to choose the header. So we just need to hover over the section that we want to select. So this is around the area. You can see that red kind of highlight showing me what's going to be selected when I click. And then I'll just click, and you can see it's pulled in all this text here. This is what we call a unique identifier for that specific element. And you can see how it's kind of incorrect. It's selected the right-hand side of the navigation. The way that HTML works, and not to get too stuck in the details, is there's kind of containers, and within a container there's elements, and then within that element there might be another container with inside it more elements. So you can kind of think of it as children and parents. So because I can tell that this is inside the main header element, in that it's smaller than the full header, I want to go up. I want to choose the parent. So I click the parent button, that goes up. I click it again, and now you can see it's selected the full area. I can go up again, and you can see how this text is starting to change. And I think we're starting to get closer to the exact element we want. And I think once we've reached this header masthead, this is a unique identifier that I can see is the correct element to hide. Now we can always test that though. So if I press apply, you'll see that it hides the element that you've selected. And that looks correct to me. I've just hidden the header and now it's out of view. So I'm happy with that, and I'm going to press done. Or I could press undo. And if I felt like that was the wrong element, I can go in, choose the child, I'll go back out and choose the parent. Press apply, press done, and that element will now be hidden. We'll quickly do the same thing for footer. So coming into the app, I'll scroll down to where the footer is, choose the footer element. Again, I feel like it's probably too deep here, so I'm going to come out, and I've got footer as the main selected element. I'm going to press apply, and there you go. Off it goes, the footer. Done. Now with this, is there anything else you want to hide? This really gives you a chance to choose whatever you might like to hide. Let's say this image, I don't want to show this image. I'll just choose apply, and that will be hidden. We'll choose another one. We've got this drop down here to just make it a bit easier for you to choose the right element. So if it's an image or a p tag, which is kind of your body text, a div, which is kind of a container element. If you look all of these up, you'll get a pretty good description of what they might be. For now, I'll just choose image. I'll choose that image, press apply. That image is now hidden. That's all for this video. I hope it was really helpful. If you have any questions, please go to our website and reach out to our support team.